Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new series of Wolfenstein: The New Order. So it's been a while since we played the prequel, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. I haven't forgotten about this series, even though I may have gotten sidetracked and started playing a bunch of whole new games. But still very interested in completing this series all the way up to the most recent title, The New Colossus. But here we are. So this is right after the prequel, where we destroy the monstrosity in Castle Wolfenstein, and now we are about to embark on this suicide mission that was hinted at the ending of the old game. So let's get started. And I see that they've implemented the whole difficulty setting again, which makes sense because this game came first. And it was The Old Blood that came out second, so it makes sense that they already have this system in place, with the lowest setting being Can I Play Daddy, where it obviously mocks the player to Don't Hurt Me, Bring 'Em On, I'm Death Incarnate, and Uber. But we're an average gamer, so let's do Bring 'Em On, average. It's starting with him asleep again.
I hear children.
Like, I get the game is trying to be serious right now, like in this moment.
And I see someone.
But like, the previous game literally opened with him asleep in the Jeep as well. It's like, is that some kind of joke with BJ?
These things. None of it for me. I'm moved by roaring engines. I'm lone warriors. We come from the night.
Eyes open, Blazkowicz. You keep a lookout. I need to go to the press. Shoot! Flag! Flag! Back on those sides! Blazkowicz, go back into the flight deck. Clamp the fuel line to engine 6, quickly!
So we are under attack right now, and this guy's whose name I actually forgot, I feel bad, Ferghus. I think his name is Ferghus, actually. So yeah, so he is our pilot.
Find the tools in the tool cabinet. You'll need pliers and some bailing wire.
Gotta fix this.
You need tools. The tool cabinet is by the cockpit door.
That cockpit door, alright.
There's 1,000 gallons of avgas in the port tank. Get it done or we'll lose the whole way.
Yes.
Fire! Fire! Cockpit down, they're both dead.
Got it. Damn.
Cracking job, Captain. But I'm losing altitude. Need to drop weight or we will be ditching hardline. Head for the cargo bay and jettison everything we've got out the cargo door. Hold fast. I'm tracking up the cargo hub. Right.
Oh jeez. I know, I'm trying. Oh, okay. Alright, not even like 2 minutes into the game and we've had our first death. So, I haven't played a shooter in a while, so my reflexes aren't up to par just yet. Yes. Should be everything. Go. Man, that sucks. All that cargo just lost.
Grand. We're climbing now. Return to the cockpit, Blazkowicz.
Okay.
You all right back there? This flak is coming from Denton's compound.
Yeah, this is like the mission to end the war, which we obviously know isn't gonna work.
The devil. Ferry is off! Stuck to the turret, Blazkowicz.
Nazi fighter jets.
Train killed. Mind our friendlies.
Here we go.
They're all around me.
Nice. 3 down.
You just saved my crew. Good show, Belcher One. That bandit was about to offer me a very stout haircut. Damage to engine 6, 5,
Oh. That's. I think I accidentally shot one of ours.
direction. God damn, they're fast. Get the engines on those things.
Shit. So my World War II history isn't the greatest, but I do think, yeah, the Nazis were experimenting with jet technology at the end of the war. Japan also had a weapon similar weapon.
It's coming right at us! Shoot! Shoot! Right in front of us, Glasgow! Die! Tight!
Death at the gates again. Holler my name. Can't greet you today. I have a war to win.
Yes. That'll obviously bring us back.
You're still breathing, you chummy bastard. You're tough as they come, you know. Jesus Christ. Mayday! Vulture One, coming, Vulture One.
Alright. Before we continue, let's have subtitles on. Yes. Just because I really love BJ's like commentary and he kind of speaks low.
Playing at your ranch, gadget. Hey, Condor 9, this is Vulture 1. You're crowding me, he's off. Negative, Vulture 1.
Also for deaf or hard of hearing fans, if they're using the YouTube's translation feature. Wow.
Retract the radar. Pull the handle up there by those flashing lights. Much obliged, Captain.
That does not look good.
Appreciate your problem, Condor 9. I see smoke. I see solution coming off your rudders. Your freeze ailerons are done. Yeah, this thing handles like a concrete fridge.
Also looks like we're the only two people on this
Condor
plane.
9, come in, Condor 9.
Oh no.
That's a troop transport.
Oh shit.
Condor 9, come in, Condor 9.
So that's a troop transport and we're
Who's this?
a transport for equipment, it seems.
All right, bear boy. Listen up, pay close attention. Now, you see the pilot's wheel? Yes, sir! Right, I want you to grab it as hard as you can with both hands and pull it towards you. Don't turn it, mind you. You keep it level, just pull it towards your chest. Okay, sir! I think it's working! We're leveling out! Okay, Private Wyatt, I need you to do one more thing for me. Sir! Have a man ready by the side door. You are getting visitors. Roger that, sir!
I'm jumping over.
Ferghus, get the cockpit door open. You're gonna have to hold it open, then follow my lead.
Okay. Alright, this is crazy.
Ready? Here we go!
Oh, you're going. That's not good. Here we go.
I've got you.
God damn.
Let's go.
Sir. What's the score, Cat?
Do or die, son. Same as always.
Hoorah, sir.
Come pilot, Ted.
We're not even there yet, and just look at all the dead or wounded.
I don't know what to do. Oh, thank God you're here! Wyatt, get up your ass! Vultures 1, 3, 4, 8, 9 are down. That's all right, slaves, then we'll have to abort. Glasgow, let's get this boy off the floor. It's a negative, Condor 9.
This game is
God damn it, Gordon. We're getting murdered out here. Listen to me first.
gorgeous to look at, same as usual.
We lose Europe, but that's simple.
I'm okay now.
Alright. Pulled a little Patton moment right there.
Damn it. If you don't stop this head now, Fergus, that window is closed forever. We will lose this war.
Jeez.
Look, I've got to go. Death's Head's compound's coming up. OSA command out. Condor 9 out. Grab your ball back, Glasgow. Brace for impact. We're coming down hard. Fuck all. Hold on!
It's the break of dawn. July 16th. 1946. Everything has gone to shit. The Nazi war machine is advancing at an astonishing rate. And we can't catch up. Our tactics are failing. Outclassed and outgunned. No one knows why. People are getting desperate.
Oh, it's one of those, like,
Not me.
mechanical
I'm here to
wolves.
see an old friend and settle a score. Turn this thing around.
Oh, Jesus. I remember you. Not fun to play against.
Mayday, mayday. Anyone out there?
Fergus, what's your status?
Just in love with their
We've got a
cinematic style. Just like look at this. It's so
inside an
beautiful.
aircraft from some kind of armored hellbeast is trying to fucking eat it. No joke.
The same problem here. Shacked up inside dead wreckage.
Is that you over there? Hey, Private Wyatt, flash your lights. Blasco, can you see the light?
Oh, okay.
Wait, turn off the light, turn it off.
Yes, sir.
I see you. What can I do for you?
We can't get to it from our position. Utterly fucking trapped in here. But if you can access a cockpit turret on this here aircraft, you might be able to kill the beast. Regular small arms sure don't work for bug at all. Hey, perhaps you can swim here. Just keep your head down below the surface. You should be alright.
Good plan, Fergus. Coming to you.
Alright, well, we know that they can kind of like fish for people. So, we'll do our best. Alright. Let's check this out. So, we've got some tutorials, collectibles. I remember. Do we have any concept art? Allied planes, the Royal Air Force and the United States Army Air Force under the command of the OSA joined together for the assault on Death's Head's compound. Hundreds of military transport planes carrying both troops and war supplies were flanked by fast fighters from the RAF and the USAAF for protection against enemy planes. Characters. B.J. Blazkowicz, 1946. B.J. is a special operative of the OSA Office of Secret Actions, sent on special assignments against the Nazi regime. His last encounter with General Death's Head, which resulted in the death of resistance leader Caroline Becker, he's been eager to get revenge. Yeah. So that, the game that he's mentioning, the encounter that he's mentioning is actually the first Wolfenstein that I played, which was like far more occult and paranormal than I guess this new reboot is trying to aim for. Yeah, there was like zombies and just like mystical things. It was like really crazy, but it was a fun game. Fergus Reid, born and raised in the Scottish Highlands, Fergus Reid's childhood was defined by poverty and hardship. Early on, he developed a cynical outlook on life. Sarcasm became a tool finally honed for dealing with the cruelty of fate. At age 16, Fergus found a job at the Glasgow shipyard where he would remain until the Depression of the 30s hit Scotland hard and he was made redundant. After years of scraping by, the war broke out and Fergus moved to Perth in central Scotland. There he trained as an aviation mechanic before an alcohol-induced bet got him promoted to airman. Alright. So Nazi gold, there's a letter somewhere here, and Enigma codes. So I guess we'll just fill these out over time. July 16th, 1946. We're losing the war. The OSA has sent me on a mission to the Baltic coast of Germany near the Polish border. A united assault on the stronghold of General Wilhelm Struss, aka Death's Head, the mastermind behind the monstrous Nazi war machine. If we can put a stop to him, we may be able to turn the tide of this war, and I can settle an old score. There's a turret inside the crashed plane, close to where Fergus and the others are hiding. If I swim there, I could use it to take out those two mechanical beasts patrolling the shoreline. Alright. So, do we go down there? Or over here? Okay. Through here. Oh no. Slide. Oh! Run forward and press left shift and left control. Spin slide. That's what I'm doing. Okay, there we go.
The beast built by Death's Head. Should have killed that man long ago.
Yeah, you should have. But, I mean, how would we know? Because last we saw him, he, like, crashed in a Zeppelin. So it's like, you would think that he would die, but he didn't. Because he's just one tough motherfucker. Alright. Really grim sight here. All these floating bodies. Oh, what is this? Oh, what the fuck is that? Holy shit, that's huge. We didn't see that in the previous game. Alright, we can hold our breath for a very long time. And up we go. What is that? Alright, let's kill this thing first. It's one down. Here comes the second one. Down, boy. Look at that thing. That is crazy.
Alright, listen up. There's a high-powered machine gun nest in those trenches.
I have a bad
over there.
feeling about this new
Can't
guy.
advance a unit
He's
without
literally
being
so
slaughtered.
green.
So, I want you to make your way over into those trenches and take the nest out. Just run as fast as you possibly bloody can, straight up the middle. We'll lay down cover fire from here. Got it. I'll put this on. I'll radio updates from our position. Right, lads, you ready to lay down suppressor fire?
Alright. Submachine gun. Here we go. Keep running, keep running. Jesus.
Alright, you're in. Now disable the machine gun nest.
Two. There's some armor around here. Oh, there we go. Hand grenade. It's unmanned. That's crazy. Look at that. No one's even shooting it.
Job,
It's just-
Lasco. We'll need a respite. Have enough trouble with
Totally
that walking
automated.
Nazi war machine. Shit, stop it. Now, try to find an entrance to the cliffside bunker. There are 2 cannons up there I need you to eliminate. I'm taking a unit up along the beach and toward the compound.
Hold left alt and
Now
S to
listen
move
up,
down.
people. Captain Blazkowicz has seen fit to clear us apart. We are moving out, and you will show him the courtesy of not getting yourself either shot or killed by the stuntman. Understood?
What is this? I was I was confusing control for alt. Oh shit. You interrupted me. Oh, my shooting skills are rusty. I play Overwatch, so that shouldn't be an excuse.
Stopper seems to be stalking the trench line. He's wasting bullets. Small arms fire is utterly useless on that thing. We've tried.
Crazy. Gunplay feels solid as usual. It's like one of those games where you're just constantly picking things up. Oh. Oh, I like you. Nice. But it's also a good way to lose ammo, so let's just stick to one gun for now. Got a map? Cool. This bunker seems to be out of service. That's good. masterpiece this is. Everything is just so beautiful. So currently we gotta take out that stomper, which is literally, as the name implies, it's just destroying the trench line. Handgun, nice. Look at that. Jesus. Something. Alright, let's check out the map. We're over here. And 2 objectives. Oh, mechanical dogs! Like Greta. I remember. It's been so long since I played this game. I remember how to defend myself from that situation. First time I ran into one of those dogs in my first playthrough of the Old Blood, I just didn't know what to do, and it just mauled me to death. Probably not going to pick up ammo for this gun because the Germans don't use this. So let's just finish this up. Oh, we're out. Okay, that's why we switched. Good. Press R to reload, of course.
This ain't war. Brains. Life itself.
One thing I do remember fondly is BJ's just super melancholic way of speaking. When it comes to killing Nazis, it's different, but when he has time to himself, he's just so sad. And, you know, who wouldn't? Call it a day. That means a lot coming from you, huh? Oh! Gotcha. Can you imagine being on that phone? You're like, oh, thank you, my boss just praised me. And then surprise, you're dead. So that was an officer in the old game. They could like radio for support. I don't know if it's gonna be the same in this game. But since there was an officer here, let's see if we can find any intel, maybe. Or Enigma codes, as the game calls it. Maybe even a letter. Looks like a space program, but Nazis, that's crazy. Super crazy. Take out commanders. Ah, there we go. New journal entry. Alright, we already know this stuff. I think the only things that we're gonna really be reading are either notes or collectibles. And I think G was to throw grenades. Yep, there we go. Can't wait to get a rifle. Can't remember the title in the Old Blood, but that like bolt action rifle that we had, oh, that was so fun to use. Probably not just yet, as this game is sure to be way longer than the Old Blood. So, we can either go right, or we can explore this question mark. Officer nearby. Oh my god, there's a lot. Peekaboo. Oh man, killing Nazis. So, any goodies up here, maybe? Grenades, that's nice. This must be something special in here. I don't know what we picked up, but that looked like an explosive of some sort. There we go, yep.
Glasgow, those two cannons are bounced on the upper levels of the cliffside bunker. You have to put them out of commission. There are people in the air and those cannons are blasting us out of the sky.
Hello? Anyone home? Alright. Hello, officer. Oh boy. Nice. Who's that? Oh man, this feels great. I forgot how much fun this game was. 25. Ooh. Bunker map. That's useful. Overcharge. Opens from the other side. Oh. Alright, getting to some spooky elements. Come on out. Oh. Very nice. Man, playing this game makes me want to go back to the first one because I loved the Old Blood so much. That was such a fun game. And like I have a pretty good feeling that this game is going to be like way more expansive. It's not just going to take place in small environments. You know, it's going to be like super expansive and very ambitious, but just like how small and intimate the Old Blood felt, like I just really appreciated that, you know. It just like really like straightened out the narrative. It made everything felt very like claustrophobic and actually scary, you know. Alright, we're done with this. Okay, so we need to get to the other side of this door somehow. No, it's not a cannon. Oh, what the fuck? Who shot at me? Okay, here we go. Destructible environments. Very nice. Not throw that, do not throw that! He threw it.
Okay, Blasco, we made it past the stopper. Getting there to the cliff wall directly below Death's Head's compound. Gonna take a lot of fucking rope to climb up there.
Oh, okay. Ah. So, it's moments like these where you kind of just, where the game developers are just like, yes, the Nazis are monsters, but look at who they are. You know, there was like this argument that like Hitler was a monster, Hitler was, you know, a demon, he wasn't human. And it's just like, he was human. Like, that's the scary part. So we look at these Nazis and what do they have like in their bunker? Pictures of family, their children's drawings, and it's just, and porn, you know. It's crazy. One moment that comes to mind in the Old Blood was when we're like in that tavern and we just hear this one German soldier just lose his mind. Like, he has this complete breakdown, you know, about like how nothing matters and that he's misses his family, and like his comrade is like comforting him to no avail. And it's just like, this guy really feels like his life is meaningless, and it's just how the fighting will just keep going, and like there's just like nothing worth really living for. It's just kind of sad to listen to. Do not throw that. He threw it. Alright, I'll throw it from too. See how you like that. You interrupted my monologue. Hello? Oh, you were just waiting for me. Hello? Hello? Are you serious? Hello? Okay.
Hey, that's very good, Captain, but there's one more cannon further up still firing at our birds. We started climbing the cliff wall below the castle. Hurry up and meet us at the top.
Am I supposed to do something with this? Oh. Oh boy. Is there something that I'm supposed to shoot specifically? Oh god, it's coming closer. No. I'm dead. Perfect. The game gave me such a long time to get that right, and I fucking failed. Just spectacularly. Hopefully it didn't set us too far back.
Hey, that's very good, Captain, but there's one more cannon further up still firing at our birds. We started climbing the cliff wall below the castle. Hurry up and meet us at the top.
So maybe we're not supposed to shoot this. The fact that we can get in here. Are we supposed to shoot that? I guess we did. Yeah, it's gone. idea if we're supposed to be doing this. Let's check. The Nazis are shooting down our planes. They've got big cannons placed along the face of the cliff. Ferghus wants me to disable them. Okay, big cannons alongside the cliff. Well, we just got rid of one. There's a question mark here. And another one here. Alright, let's go explore. Just because, like, the little hidden trinkets in this game are just really interesting. So, something on this floor, perhaps. Go down this staircase. It's somewhere here. Okay. Question mark behind us, yes. This is the secret door that opens from the other side. But how do we get there? There's a question mark all the way back here. Oh, Enigma code. Nice. Collect Enigma code pieces to complete Enigma code puzzles within the extras section in the main menu. The solved Enigma code puzzle will unlock bonus modes. Oh, okay. So it's not really story, it's just for bonus modes. Cool, I guess. I think we came down here. Is there like a hidden door somewhere here? Ah, here we go. Perfect. And we're in a morgue. It's always pleasant. Gold. Okay. Take it. Alright, I guess that's it. So based off of what I've seen in this, in like trailers and stuff, I don't think the new Wolfenstein games are going to be like as like paranormal or like supernatural as previous titles. They're going to just go like straight for like the guns ablazing, super tech, Nazi giant theme, which is fine. I just personally was a really big fan of the Old Blood because they blended like, you know, sci-fi and horror pretty well in my opinion, and it was just a lot of fun. Because the game starts off with like, oh, they're researching something really spooky, and then you're like, okay, show me it, and then they don't show you until the very end, and when it does happen, you're just like, holy shit, this is crazy. And there's just like zombies in the streets, and you're fighting your way through, and they're attacking even like the Nazi soldiers themselves, and you're just like, whoa, this is really crazy. Whoa, what happened to your face? I'm coming! I'd really like a rifle right about now. It'd be fun. Wait a second. What floor is this? Because you can bring up weapons with a number pad. I'm wondering if you can do that with dual wield weapons. Because using the scroll thing, like I did that in the first game, and it worked out for me, but sometimes it was just a bit difficult because you're in a firefight and you need a different weapon very quickly. I'm gonna try with this guy. Hello? Hello? Okay. Now listen, you are ghosting us.
Damn fine work, Captain. Still in the compound. Meet you at the top, Glasgow. Hey,
Anything else?
Private Wyatt! Much as I adore the view from up here, will you please, for the love of Holy Mother Jesus, climb the godforsaken rope?
You guys just looking at me? And that didn't kill him? Okay. Alright, 0 out of 10. Unrealistic. They were just looking at me. I feel like the game was like, I guess they were like programmed to like shoot at me if I got closer, but the fact that I was just far off looking at them, they didn't do anything. Oscar's letter, ooh. To Heinrich Schwartz, Totenkopfstaffel number 13. Yes, pardon my German, it's terrible. Dar es Salaam, Tanganyika, May 8th, 1946. Dear Heinrich, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm sitting outside of the porch of the hospital where I'm recovering from my wounds. A good-looking nurse rolled me out here so I could write to you. A volunteer from Munich, she tells me. Here in Dar es Salaam, afternoon is drawing near. A chilled breeze comes in from the sea. With the breeze comes a smell of fish and rotting seaweed and the almost unbearable stench from the burning bodies by the shoreline. The view of the land from this location is absolutely gorgeous. I have found Africa to be, in many ways, a wondrous place. It has an air of freedom, a sense of adventure, if you will. I wish you could experience it with me, Heinrich. I have also seen things I wish I could have unseen. Remember how I told you once that I would never regret my decision to quit my education and join the army? To be honest, in the grimmest of moments I have cursed my decision. I still ponder this. But if I hadn't left the university, would I not still have felt as lost and aimless as I did? Speaking of which, how is Elsa? Have you spoken to her at all? Have you seen her on campus, perhaps, on the street or by the river where we used to fish? Maybe I should not ask this, but I do think of her when darkness falls over the desert. It's comforting. The violence can be tough to handle. Some of the men are losing it. They say we shouldn't even be here, and I understand why they say this, especially the less experienced ones. They were afraid, you see, afraid of the guerrilla soldiers, the primitives. A month ago, we were out in the desert. I was piloting my wolf tank. We were 4 men in the tank, me, Hasswolf, Gunther, and Kellerman. Have you seen these tanks? They come straight out of General Strauss's workshop. They're fueled by nuclear reactors and armed with state-of-the-art weaponry. A troop of wolf tanks can decimate an entire village in the blink of an eye. However, the one thing these machines of war can't handle in abundance is the desert. Sand. We didn't see it coming. Somewhere close to the Tanganyikan border, a dust storm blew out of nowhere. Within minutes, everything was covered in sand. It got into the engines through the cracks in the hull and caused the tanks to malfunction. Suddenly, we found ourselves stranded. We had no choice but to set up camp. There were 20 of us in our squad. We took turns guarding the perimeter. I was awoken by a blood-curdling scream in the middle of the night. I ran outside. The camp was in a state of absolute chaos. My men were running like headless chickens, while dark men, primitives, dressed in strips of leather, faces painted red, the whites of their eyes glowing in the darkness, leaped across the camp and gutted and slashed our men. I saw Gunther eviscerated where he stood. He tried to hold his guts in, but they slipped through his fingers. One of the primitives came at me from nowhere and stabbed me in the stomach. I managed to grab my gun and shot him dead. I pulled out the knife and crawled away from the scene, and then ran across the desert, the terrible screams haunting me through the night. I was told they kept some of them alive to torture while the dead were hung upside down, disemboweled, and their sexual organs cut off and shoved down their throats. So you understand that a lot of the men here, they are beginning to lose their morale, and to a degree that is understandable. I, however, will not surrender to these feelings of weakness, no matter how tempting they may be. I will stand by my belief in the ideals of our leader. We are the stronger race, and there can be no room for anyone but us. I hope you feel the same way as I do. Your friend, Oscar Weissmuller, 72nd Wolf Tank Division. P.S. If you see Elsa, tell her that I still love her. D.S. What a letter. What a letter. Just... So it seems that World War in this game is not just limited to the European theater, but also in Africa, which also did happen in real life. You know, there was an extensive campaign in northern Africa. I'm not sure where Tanganyika is. I've never heard of that country. It might be a country or a region, I'm not sure. Yeah, but it sounds like the Nazis are having a tough time conquering that area. It just reminds me of, like, this is why, like, I really love to read the letters in this game. every time I find myself going back to the first game. But here's another example. In the first game, one of the bad guys, this lieutenant, I can't remember his last name, but he was the guy who basically had the mechanical dogs. Greta was his main dog. And he was like this really sadistic, tall, evil dude. And one of his letters in his room was a letter from his mother, his sweet German mother, like asking him how he was, you know, how he was doing, and that if he could please write back to her, and how much, you know, she loved him. And it was just really crazy to see this crazy, sadistic, evil man just have such a peaceful and kind and compassionate mother, and to see him kind of like reject her, you know, her attempts to reconnect with him. It's just really sad. But yeah, that's why I really like reading the letters in this game. You know, they have some really interesting stories within them. Oh, no. Oh, God, Scout, my leg. Let go. You actually caught it.
You okay, Captain? Take my hand, I'll help you up.
Private Wyatt, good kid.
I'm sure you'll return the favor, sir, and then some. Here, I'll pull you up.
I don't like that line.
Pay attention, beer boys.
You don't say that in a
There's no
game like
time for a goose
Wolfenstein,
hunt
where
to a
anybody
stick-up
can
job.
die at any time.
Behind us now is a centre pillar of the German army. What are you doing, you puppet bastard?
Private gate, sirs. Important for duty.
Well, crazy and dedicated. Welcome to the war. Take over, Private. Now, General Death's Head is nearer to us now than he's been in years. It's a nasty wound you've got there, Private. Be sure to mind that bleed. You eliminate the General, we cut the head off the crowd war machine. We don't, they're gonna have us for breakfast.
You all right there, kid?
Sir, my eyes are watering, and I think I'm gonna be sick. Is this normal?
It's just nerves. Let me teach you a trick. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale. Count to 4. All there is to it.
Well, having our ass tanned by some Nazi mutant
Oh
fucking
man, that's a
Frankenstein.
shout out to
So we
Agent
ready then,
1
lads?
in the Old
This
Blood.
time,
When he was
we
being
get
tortured,
the
he told
job
BJ
done.
his secret
Now
was
let's
to
go. Let's move it on. Go.
inhale, count to 4, exhale, count to 4. And then he was executed.
Are you lazy or wee roaster? This is a war, not a fucking Sunday church walk. Come on.
A good team. Like father and son.
The fact that he's monologuing so much in such like a melancholic
Your
and
job is simple.
depressing
Climb up
way,
this wall, get inside, locate the control room for this big
it just
fucking
tells
door
me
and
that
open it
what
for us.
happens next is
See the
not
Nazi
going to be fun
firearms, you take
at
them.
all.
Bound to be better than ours. The rest of us will cover you from down here. Now, once the door's open, we get inside, we work our way up through the building, we meet up again on the top floors, we find Death's Head, and we shoot him in the head.
And we shoot him in the head.
Check. No pressure. pressure, lads. But keep in mind, this
Holy
may be
shit.
our last chance. We don't get death's head now, it is all over.
Only one weapon.
Ferghus.
Nice.
Over here! Right. Looks like the lads on the wall. Covering fire!
Bye. Take that. Now we're looking at a castle similar to the Wolfenstein castle in the previous game. Just super gothic. Oh god, that's gonna kill me. Gotcha.
How you are fucking able to persist through something like that, I do not know. Well done. We're okay down here.
Bye.
Almost there, sir. Just keep.
No. Oh god, come on. Gotta focus on your surroundings, man.
sirs. I didn't see him coming. That's up to you now, Blazkowicz. Get
Oh,
to the
shit, he's
control
dead.
room and open the gate.
Another kid you murdered, General. Captain, one of us is gonna die today.
One of us is gonna die today. Alright. Yes. This is the setting that I love so much. It's like gothic, old, creepy, just like screams with like occult and just ugh, gives me shivers. No, it's not. Can I go down? Oh, I go down. Okay.
Great work, Blazko. The door's coming up. We're going inside. Keep heading up towards the top floors. We'll meet you there.
Got 2 officers nearby. Gotcha. There's an officer really close by. We don't have a silencer on this. There's a dog right there. Alright, so we're getting colder, so let's take out this guy first. Gotcha. There he is. If I remember correctly, we can also stealth kill the dogs. If we're quiet enough. Not exactly quiet, but your turn. I'm sorry, Pooch. I just had to laugh. Grenades at the dinner table? You must be crazy. That's gold. Excellent. Who the fuck is this? I don't know who these 2 people are. Or these 2 people. This guy looks crazy. Huh. Silencer, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Wait, did we attach it though? There we go. Excellent. found me out. Oh, there's a dog! Oh god. I have a present for you. Ooh, look at all this. So I like to take my time in games, kind of explore every corner. Like, I'm not a completionist, per se, but I am going to play this game at a slower rate than I think most people, just because, like, I really like to take things in. So, I apologize if it's not your cup of tea, but it's just how I like to do things. There the bastard is.
Commission a portrait in service of your ego. General, you waste your pay.
Interesting. Let's not go down there just yet. Gold. Do we have a map of this place? Oh, we do. This is crazy. So much to take in, really. We could even drop down. Concept. Old corridor. So we've got BJ, we've got Ferghus, Panzerhund. Panzerhund? 1946. But the Panzerhund is one of the first prototype robots coming out of General Death's Head's workshop. It was first deployed in the Eastern Theater, creating chaos among the Russian tanks as it tore through the battlefield. Yikes. Nazi soldier 1946. For his personal regiment of Nazi soldiers, Death's Head has handpicked the most loyal and fearsome combatants the Wehrmacht has to offer. As part of his elite force, Death's Head soldiers are promised high-ranking positions in the Nazi party once the war is won. Kampfhund 1946. There we go. One of Death's Head's pet projects. The Kampfhund is a German shepherd that has been pumped full of chemicals and wrapped in steel body armor. It is fiercely aggressive and has a vicious bite. Probst Wyatt III. Wyatt was pursuing a degree in international affairs at Harvard College when he, to his father's dismay, decided to join the war effort. Prompted by his moral conviction and unyielding idealism, Wyatt talked his way into the Army airmen at the tender age of 17. His father, however, remained deeply disappointed in him. Though his blue-eyed naivete can be a burden, his positive outlook on life keeps him fighting to right the wrongs of the world. Commander, 1946. The Nazi commanders in General Death's Head's regiment are pencil pushers with a sadistic streak. They would rather avoid getting in the line of fire, but are forced into action in order to get a promotion from their general. The radio headset attached to their peaked caps allow them to call for backup. Best way to deal with the commanders is to take them out silently before they sound the alarm. We've got one more character to unlock. Got some gold, which doesn't do anything. Enigma codes, right. Concept art. Assault on Baker Shore. The assault on Baker Shore is a last desperate attempt by the OSA to bring down the infamous General Wilhelm Strasse, aka Death's Head, who, according to sources within the Nazi Party, is the mastermind behind the German army's recent technological leap. The Wall. The heart of Death's Head's operation lies inside an old medieval castle, of course, on the Baltic coast of Germany, close to the Polish border. Death's Head has been working on modernizing and expanding the castle. Control room. The control mechanism for raising the old castle gate, which is a traditional medieval portcullis, is located in a part of the castle that is difficult to reach. This is part of the reason why Death's Head has ordered for the expansion and modernization of the compound. Old Corridor. The castle was built in Prussia by the Teutonic Knights. It was completed in the beginning of the 15th century and used as a fortress for the Crusaders before they lost control to King Casimir IV Jagiellon. I don't know how to say that. Jagiellon at the end of the 15th century. The castle was also briefly occupied by Swedish forces during the 30 Years' War. Huh. So I got some real historical facts peppered in. Let's see, anything in here? And to our left, oh, castle interior, nice. Okay, so I haven't explored down here. Locked. Nope, can't get our way through. Check down this corridor one last time before moving on. Nothing secret in here. And we're back where we started. Okay.
Sie müssen ganz in der Nähe sein. Ich höre unter uns schon Geräusche. Ich hasse diese elende Warterei.
Got an officer nearby. Ooh, he's talking to Strasse.
Den Berichten zufolge, die wir derzeit vorlegen, ist noch höchstens eine Handvoll Gegner am Leben.
Only a few of them left.
Ja, sie sind in der Tat die Wand hinaufgeklettert, um in das Lager einzudringen. Aber ich habe meine festen Leute damit beauftragt und gestoppt. Nein. Ja, nein.
I love eavesdropping, it's so interesting. In the prequel, there was this one conversation where these two guys were actually correcting each other about grammar, and they were literally like grammar Nazis, and I lost it. Of course I would like a promotion. She's pregnant. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta kill this guy. And yet here he is. If you are willing to wait long enough, he is talking about his family. They are everything to me. I'm sorry. They heard me. Of course, he's right on the phone. Knock, knock. Here I come. Oh, he was laying down. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No, you don't. Alright. Come on, man.
Captain Blazkowicz, we are closing in on what appears to be a courtyard.
Call me a sentimental type, but yeah. You know, what I really appreciate about this developer is that they will overtly paint the Nazis as monsters, and yet they have, I feel, like the honesty to include like these little like intimate realistic moments like this, you know, where soldiers will have, you know, drawings from their children in their bunker walls, or conversations about, you know, wives back at home pregnant with children, and it's just like, you know, to not include this stuff is just unrealistic, I feel. And so I can appreciate that, even though the Nazis are our enemies in this game and in real life. Let's see if we got everything in this corridor. Let's do one final sweep. I love how you can just eat the dog food. It's great. Hope you fall. Oh my god. Fail. That was a fail. Now if that was realistic, I would have just blown out the bridge and fucked myself over.
Yes, sir! Oh, we'll be having a nice nap and a cup of tea till we get here, Glasgow. Light us out.
Hey fellas! There we go. Of course he's singing. Tell who's still shooting.
Fine Nazi killing there, sir. Good
Nope,
work,
they're gone.
Captain. Right, everybody head for the crashed aircraft. Blazkowicz, we'll meet you there. Thank you, Captain Blazkowicz, sir. Move it, son.
He's such a... Oh my god, I've got a bad feeling. He's a literal puppy. Constantly saying, "Thank you, sir." And knowing that I will return the favor of saving him when the time comes. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll try, but...
More dead kids. Seen this too many times.
I hear someone. Oh.
Can't move this beam from our position. We're trapped up here, Blazkowicz. See if you can remove this beam from your possession.
Sir, maybe you can use this to pry it loose.
Thanks. You could have just handed it to me.
Yes, sir. You believe in Pentecost? Southern Baptist. I reckon you boys better jump. You first, Wyatt.
Go to church every Sunday?
Yeah, what, you ain't got churches in England? You ain't got no priests there?
Yeah. Well, the Nazis sort of bombing them at the moment, so it's a bit of a problem.
Edward, Blondie, you're up.
Head wound and Blondie. Don't get shot. Cool.
Come along, Blazkowicz. I've got you.
Oh.
What a fucking circus. My feet are broken.
What is this place?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
There's ashes down here. There's a lot of ashes down here.
What the fuck?
See if you can find a way to open that door. Move it.
Definitely the work of Death's Head.
What is it? Come on. Some kind of room-sized incinerator. What'd you just fucking do?
I'm sorry, I thought it was for the door.
Run it off. Run those aisles. Wait.
Well, screw. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
There's a keyhole. Blazkowicz, find the key.
Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Go through, go through.
Blazko, same road as me over there.
Oh my god, I forgot about you. I'm so sorry. I got you. Here we go. Oh, shit.
Shut your bastard.
Hey, what's all this then?
What's all this?
Blazkowicz, sir, you ever seen...
Oh, fuck. Shit, it just killed him. Damn it. Come on, you bastard. Oh, I see your head. Show me your face.
Everybody still breathing?
Except this guy.
The incinerators are off.
Any way to
Not
get that
ammo,
door
too.
open? I'd rather fancy leaving the monster up.
I won't open from this side. Hold on. I can hear someone out there. Someone's coming.
Oh, who could it be? It's an enemy.
Oh, that's him, isn't it? That's him.
Trench somewhere.
What are you people doing in there?
My people murdered so many times. I lost count.
Since I practiced my English. It's a dying tongue. You? I've seen you before.
Yes.
I like
you I could do great things.
Oh god, there's so many of these giant mechs here.
I like the eyes on this one.
And look at this here. These two are right in our field of vision while this guy's kind of off to the left.
Not this one. Somebody broke it already.
Yeah, you broke it. He's looking for a specimen. Oh shit.
Captain Blazkowicz, help me make a choice. In your opinion, which one of these two varieties would best support my research?
Aw, you fucking bastard.
Inadequate room for samples. Should you decline my opinion, I shall have to put a scalpel to both of them and we'd be here all day. I'll make matters simple. All you need to do is look to the one you would have me dissect.
Oh, Jesus.
Go on, Captain, make a choice for me.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Well,
stubborn, Captain Blazkowicz.
as that one YouTuber
It's a good
says,
place, mind.
choose Fergus, choose life.
Yes. An astute selection. Young, unspoiled, fresh, tender samples.
Fergus is a more experienced soldier,
Intact.
and he's survived this
You will
long.
save me, won't you, sir? I know you can do it. Sir!
General Death's head. Today he's teaching me a lesson. I've seen suffering and death. People maimed and tortured. Thought I'd seen it all. But I'd never seen true cruelty. Until now. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
You'll save me, sir, won't you? God. You fucking bitch. Whistling your Frankenstein monsters around like dogs.
Wiedersehen.
I'm gonna try something. You'll know what to do.
New timeline. Oh shit. You're just gonna watch? Oh, he's making a move.
Get off him.
Okay.
Blazkowicz! We have to put a nozzle to the incinerator out of action! Use your piping! And always last them short!
I'm trying. I gotta jump in. You're s-
Get that damn window open! Come over here! I'll get you out of those cuffs!
Alright, do your thing.
Right. I'll go see about broken feet. You get the damn window open.
The guy on the floor was like talking about French kissing his fiance and they're gonna save it for his wedding. Oh, wait. We're trying, dude. Come on, man. We're trying. Oh. guessing that's how we get our amnesia. Oh no, coma. We get put into a coma. Possibly amnesia as well. Because this game, well, at least the full portion of the game, the main portion of the game, takes place in 1960, 1961, I believe. And right now, currently, it's 46. So like 14, 15 years go by somehow before we wake up.
To już trwa? 9 tygodni?
Tak, panie doktorze.
Wciąż nie znamy jego tożsamości? Przez 9 tygodni nikt go nie szukał?
Nikt, panie doktorze, nie.
Nie mogę usunąć odłamka. Tylko pogorszyłbym jego stan.
Tak, panie doktorze.
We've got shrapnel in our brain.
Trafi do zakładu psychiatrycznego. Nic nie możemy zrobić. Mózg jest uszkodzony.
Tak.
Ma jajecznicę z mózgu.
Tak, panie doktorze.
Jajecznicę.
Scrambled eggs.
Czekałam na ciebie tak długo.
You what now?
Obudził się. Zaufaj mi, mamo. Po prostu twoja córka ma tajemniczą moc.
Twoja córka, ja tam się przy niej wiele nie napracowałem.
Tato!
I only donated the secret sauce. Oh no, the Nazis are here, of course. This is... I think this is Poland.
Haben Sie noch Fragen? Zeichnen Sie!
Jesus.
Wkrótce to wszystko się skończy. Zostawię cię teraz przy oknie. W świetle.
Strange sensation. Trapped in my body. I black out. I'm losing time. Sometimes the seasons change in the blink of an eye. I'm having trouble with my thoughts. They dissipate like a scent on the wind. But it's getting better. Here's what I know. I'm in Poland. A hospital. No, an insane asylum. She's the head nurse. That's her father. Shrink. And her mother. Some type of pharmacist. They run the place, I reckon. Sometimes Christmas. Sometimes birthdays. And sometimes Nazis come. They leave with patients in shackles. Like it's Death's Head's personal candy store. And the shrink raises hell and all, but in the end he signs. No choice, I suppose. And I've seen all this. Good folks made powerless. I'm alive because of these people. I'm getting better. Because of her. Her name is Anya. She takes good care of me. She takes care of everyone. She holds this place together. Supposed to be married by now, but hasn't happened.
Wir schließen diese Einrichtung. Ihre Dienste werden nicht länger benötigt. Na, kein Grund, rührselig zu werden.
I'm guessing this is where our story picks up.
Weitermachen.
Proceed with what? Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god.
Was hier vorgeht, die haben einen Offizier bei der Befehlsausführung angegriffen. Unser Befehl lautet nicht, die Betreuer zu töten. Was will der hier? Keine Ahnung. Bringt sie zum Keller. Soll der entscheiden. Komm auf.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh fuck you.
Nazi scum.
Oh man.
Anya, where'd they take you?
It's crazy how those shots to the parents flashed from like this black and white to color, what we're seeing now. That was... Man, that was hard to watch. Handgun, 1960. We are in the 60s now.
No one should be made to die like this.
Oh my god. Her parents. Good people who are trying their best to, you know, save unfortunate souls, only to be executed like this. Alright. As much as I would love to just keep playing, we are at almost 90 minutes, I think. And so this is probably a good place to take a break. We've completed the first section of the game, storming Death's Head's castle. We failed, and now we are in the 60s and beginning a new campaign. Anyways, this has been a crazy first episode. I'm really, really liking this game so far. BJ's voice actor, as usual, is like at the top of his game. Very passionate performance. The writing is great. The surroundings, the environment is just beautiful. And I love the attention to detail with, you know, documents and letters and descriptions of characters and concept art. It's all just very, very beautiful. But anyways, that's enough for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Wolfenstein: The New Order. Until then. Are you serious? Hello? Okay.
Hey, that's very good, Captain.